So guys, I've begun cleaning everything. Okay, so I've even removed the bearings from the front wheels as well, the spacers and everything. Hope you guys can see it. I did not put too much of light for this video today because like this board is really shiny and it will give a lot of flares. So I'm just running with one tube light today, one LED light, baton light. So I figured I could not reach with my big fingers inside these intricate molds. So you might need a little bit of old toothbrush if you have to clean them as well. Okay, so it's pretty simple guys, just soap and water kind of cleaning and then wiping it with a clean cloth. Okay, if you find any sticky lubricant that is there, as I said before, use the alcohol based hand sanitizer. Okay, it's as simple as that. So that's what I was trying to say here. So the missing part was the toothbrush here. If you can't reach it with your finger or your your cleaning cloth cannot go inside that certain design of the mold. Okay, make use of a toothbrush or any kind of brush. Okay, same goes with the base plate as well. So if you can't reach into the pivot cups or any other intricate designs in the base plate, make use of this toothbrush or any sort of brush that you have for cleaning. Put the cleaning spray, the cleaning solution, and clean it with that. Okay, peace. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of this and come back when I want to show you guys that how I am going to oil them. Okay, peace out. So guys, I'm back again. I just took some half an hour or a little more than that to clean every single part that you saw here, which is lying on this table, and a little bit of my table as well, to present it or to make you learn that it appears kind of cleaned. So that's done. I only used this solution for entirely wiping off all this stuff and the dirt that was there, and I used a little bit of isopropyl alcohol based hand sanitizer to remove the heavy stains and heavy lubricant of the kingpin or the axle nuts. Okay, I'm going to keep them aside right now. So this is the clean board, and I use the dry cloth or the cleaning cloth and the toothbrush appropriately wherever it was required. Okay, so I'm going to keep them aside. And let me show you the base plate riser pads which I cleaned them. This is how it looks after cleaning them. Okay, so I did not find any damage or anything that is there done to the kingpin due to my weight or me being a big size rider, or I chose to use a custom washer like this which has a very big mouth than actually it should. Sorry, I dropped it by mistake. So than the actual cup washer. So here is the rear truck's base plate. It's also cleaned. Everything looks neat. I even cleaned the foam pad or the cushioning that is there on the rear side. I cleaned all the entire deck. It came good. So initially what we saw here when I said like the board is cracked a little bit here, so with the first ply that you could find on this board, the first ply, the crack is on that. It's not stretching to the end of the board where the hole is there. Okay, it's not stretching there. And the thing that came off when we tried to peel off, like when we saw the first of this video, the series, so it's nothing but the clear grip tape. The clear grip tape is not like as such a grip tape as you saw with the black ones. Okay, few clear grip tapes are applied like they spray them. They spray a clear glue solution over the deck, wooden deck. This one has some paint and designs on that. So they spray the glue and then they sprinkle all that you see here, the salt kind of grains, they sprinkle them over the board and spray the blow off the excess that is sticking to the glue. Okay, and they dry them off, leave it to dry. and then you will get a complete clear grip tape that you see right there on this board. Okay, that is one form of clear grip tape. There are clear grip tapes which are like the black ones that you saw when we did it for the skateboard, you know, the waterborne setup. Like that, you know, you peel off the sticker and apply them. But this one, what you see on this Oxelo Carve 540 Bird Longboard, what I personally feel is like it's not the, you know, the sticker kind of grip tape. It's just the glue kind of spray which they did first, and then they sprinkled all the grains that is needed on the, that's needed for this board, you know, like the grips, you know, the ones which are not gone yet. So I place my foot either to the front or to the rear, so this one is still sticking to it. So that's kind of grip tape. So this is also done. It was very easy. All I needed was a toothbrush and a little bit of excess cleaning solution. Okay, I find the hardware to be tight enough, so I don't have to tighten them at all. It's good, strong. I tried to shake them up. It's good, nothing, no worries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some oil to the bearings and grease the pivot cups or the bushings a little bit, or apply some little bit of solution inside before with the kingpin nut. Okay, that's all we are going to do, and after that we are going to assemble everything into the complete the Carver setup. Okay, the CX truck imitation. So Carver in the sense like the company which makes the carving trucks, the actual designer of this type of front truck, the CS truck, okay, the Carver kind, you know, that company also makes a smaller version of this truck, okay, that is called C5 truck. Okay, it's called C5 truck. It's for the skateboards. It's designed for the skateboards. This is scaled into a smaller version where you use about 53 or 54 or 55 or 52 or such sort skateboard wheel with that truck, you know, the hanger. C5 truck. It's called C5 truck, and it's manufactured by Carver company. I'm very keen on to using that one for my skateboard setup if I am going to build one in the future, because I'll have the ability to carve my skateboard as well as do all the tricks if need me, you know. So people who are interested in carving as well as you know, making use of that you know, doing skateboard tricks and everything, you want the carving ability on your skateboard truck. You don't want to go for a bigger setup or the surf skate setup that I did, like the waterborne setup. You can still use the C5 truck. I did not go for C5 truck initially because like that was much expensive than the Carver setup that I have here with the waterborne surf adapter. Okay, so if I needed any small setup to do that, you know, for the tricks, I might go for it. Why not build one with a C5 truck? You know, you can even try that. I'll show you on the website if possible in the, or we'll see a complete episode about different Carver trucks. Okay, so that's there for an option for you guys if you're interested, skateboarders. You know, instead of doing some tic-tacs, you know, tic-tac moves, you lift the front side of the skateboard and you kind of do the tic-tac and move forward, you know, like it's also called as the rock and roll, I believe. So people who are doing the last mile to their home from the skate park after playing and everything, after doing all the hard tricks and everything, you're tired, you're just having a piece of soda, you want to hang out with your friends for a dinner near the diner which is there in your skate park, you know, which is nearby your skate park. You can tic-tac and go. You would normally tic-tac and go on the pavement, you know, or push and go, you know. You can do the tic-tac thing or carve, you know, with that C5 truck instead, you know, you can do that. So you have an option if you are thinking about that. Okay, so why did I say that? So this is an imitation of the CX truck. CX truck would be almost like this, but it's slightly bigger and thicker in this area, and it has a very good indentation for the bushings to seat. Okay, so when I am talking about this, you know, I've decided to go with the fresh ones of cup washer for this, you know, and even I want to replace this one, this flat washer with the cup washer for the barrel bushing. Okay, with the fresh ones, which I acquired from Piezo skateboards. Okay, so that's the idea. So that's what I want to convey. So let me come back and show you a bit of applying the oil and as putting and assembling one particular wheel for you guys. Okay, peace out. So guys, I'm back again. I was just pausing it to open this coconut oil bottle. It will give a pop or small sound which I wanted to avoid. So this is the coconut oil which I'm using it this time. So just dip here 1 or 2 drops on either side of the bearings, because the bearings has the nozzles here. You see that cutouts, the oil will enter to that part into the bearing. Okay, right now the bearings may appear like it's not spinning with proper speed, or it's not spinning freely. You need to imagine like it's been there, resting there for quite a while now. The lubricants which is there inside the bearing already, might have thickened a little bit, but not too much, so you need to heat them up a little bit by spinning, so it'll become alright when you start riding, with the wheel. So this is how I'm going to apply lubrication with the bearings. Okay, and with the bushings, I'm just going to take a little bit and a bit of that oil, wipe it all over, and then take the cleaning cloth and give a good wipe. This is just to surface the layer with a little bit of oil, just when you have the cup washer and your hanger is moving here and there, I don't want these edges to roughen out, wear out easily due to the due to the friction that is created by the movement of the front hanger. Okay, so this oil would last a little bit longer than what you imagine. So that's how I apply that. I will do that for a barrel bushing also. This one is little squeezed and kind of compressed due to my big size weight and everything, but I know like it will last longer. Right now this particular part looks like an eliminator bushings. Oh yeah, we'll talk about the various types of bushing in another episode, but this would still last for some time, that's what I feel. That's why I'm reusing that particular part. Okay, I don't have to grease anything much for now, and if at all I have to grease it, I might apply a little bit of oil there and use my hand and spread that all over the axle. Okay, I'll do that for the sides also. So a little bit of oil and grease the axle. So I'm going to do that for that hanger, and we'll talk about what to do with the pivot cups later. Okay, remember I had a whole synthol. I'll tell you what to do with that. So I'm going to go oil and grease everything and come back. Okay, this has gone a little bit off the frame, forgive me. So okay, hope you guys are following me till now. Sorry I did not show you the entire soap and the clean process here. Hope you can understand. It's just a layman's job. Anybody could do that. Anybody can understand what I was doing. So it was enough for me to show you for one wheel and one hanger, one particular part of the hanger. So hope you guys understood. I did the same with the deck and the base plate. So I just sprayed some of the column or the soap water that you have, and then wipe it with the dry cloth or toothbrush wherever your hands cannot reach. Okay, so it is a simple process. So I'm going to go grease everything and come back. Okay, peace. So guys, I have greased everything that you see on this table with the oil, coconut oil this time, the bearings, the axles, and a little bit of bushings and the walls, outside walls of the pivot cup. Okay, so now inside the pivot cup we are going to use the soap as the lubricant. Okay, so I'm going to churn out small chips like this of soap and put that into the pivot cup. People normally do that. It's okay to put the soap inside the pivot cup as a lubricant. This is to avoid all the squeaky noise that you get when you assemble your truck, you know. So some people might use the graphite, okay, to avoid the squeakiness, pardon with my tongue, to avoid the squeakiness, you know, they might cut out a little bit of powder of this graphite that you will find in the pencil, the carbon, and put it inside, you know. But I'm not big fan of that. I'm not sure like if it would provide or act as a lubricant, you know, because like when aluminium and aluminium brush with each other, or like getting rubbed with each other, or forms a friction, or you know, like kind of grinds with each other, it would form the same kind of powder that you would find it when you are, you know, scraping the lead or carbon lead, you know, in the pencil, graphite lead that you will find in the pencil. This one is 2B of Stabilo, but okay, these are my art pencils, okay, by the way. So probably people might have mistaken for that aluminium powder to be this carbon powder. I'm not sure, but I'm okay with the soap ones because this is much safer, because when you're going to put some oil drops inside, it might attract some dust when you're riding. So in that way, adding some powder scrapes, you know, that soap scrapes is much fine lubricant than the oil. So I'm okay with this one, but not with the graphite, the pencils. Okay, so we are going to put a little bit of that, little more of that, and see if I can catch that as I scrape. So I'm going to take that much for the front CX truck and add little more. I'm going to scrape it on the cover, and so that I could pick it from the cover and put that inside. Okay, so little more of any soap that you have, you know, but not the detergent soap, but bathing soap. I prefer the bathing soap because that is little more smoother than the detergent soap. Okay, so sorry, fell off the cover, and I'm going to scrape a little more and put that for the rear pivot cup. So the lubrication for the rear pivot cup is done. I'm going to take my old synthol soap and the cutter and place it on the table and come back. Also my pencil. Okay, that was me. And this is the small cycle tube solution that I have. This solution kind of used to seal the punctures on the tubes if people are still using tube and tires, you know, like many are preferring tubeless tires, but still bicycles use the tube and tire kind of system. So this solution is used to seal those tubes in the bicycles. So I'm going to use this as the lock nut solution when I'm tightening the not the axles, only for the kingpin. Okay, I'm going to apply this to the inner walls of the kingpin, or just straight away to the kingpin itself, and tighten them, you know, just to avoid the agitation that is caused by the riding, or the vibrations caused by the riding. Okay, so that's all about the greasing here. Now let's go and put the wheels one by one into it. So it's the old thing. You might have seen it already in various videos. I'll show you for one wheel and I'll jump on to do for rest of that, and after that we'll start assembling the entire Oxelo Carve 540 Bird Longboard. Okay, so we have already cleaned them, we have lubricated them, greased them. Now we're going to assemble the wheels and then start assembling the entire board. Okay, peace out.